with Eddie and Ralph, your live help and solution center for YouTube and related tech. Please come in and enjoy the demonstration. Ask any questions you have about the demonstration or any tech-related question. We are here to help you and do this to help you. No question is dumb, and we will do what we can to keep it simple. Thank you. We will be starting soon.
All right, everybody. Welcome to Tech Talk with Eddie and Ralph. I'm Eddie, and that's Ralph.
How's it going, everyone?
And we are streaming on Devil Dog as well as Web's Web.
That's right. Watch whichever one you would like.
And I've got both of them open. And so y'all can go to whichever one you want. And I will say hello to Peter at Old Man King Homestead, Belt Loop 29, Beverly Moffett, Bulldogs, Jerry Butler. I'm sorry. Oh. Jerry at Butler Family Farm, the Moose Barbecue, Desert Living, Devil Dogs Keeper Jamie, Peaceful Des, Prayer Mountain Homestead Rita, Shawnee Grows, and Tim Mitchell, Timmy with the Y. And somebody else just popped in, Desert Living, I think. Was that who just popped in? Arlene, Belt Loop. I think I got everybody.
Sorry about that.
we still got the Christmas tree stuff up.
Yeah.
We need the New Year's stuff up.
I didn't make a New Year's banner like that. Frame, whatever you want to call it. We can turn that off if you want. That's very easy. Oh, I don't know where you put that one up. Anyway, doesn't matter. It can stay there. Everybody's still in the holiday mood anyway, so.
Oh, yeah. I just got a Christmas present today, so.
Yeah, you did. That's very silly. Anyway.
So I hope everyone had a very Merry Christmas and a safe New Year and Happy New Year.
Yep, same for me.
Hope everybody's dogs are okay too from all the fireworks.
Yeah, we had fireworks. We always have fireworks all over the place.
You're welcome, Chef. I hope all of my members got their Christmas stuff from us. Thanks to Jamie. She sent it out. And we have Shawnee Groves in here. I'll have to let you know I'm running EV Mux tonight on our live. Tim Mitchell's running EV Mux tonight on his live. Ralph?
Oh, all right. Good. You have to let us know how it goes. It's really not all that difficult.
Well, hopefully it's not, because they run like multiple cameras and all kinds of other stuff. So
Yeah.
I don't know what all they run, but I hope it goes smoothly, Tim. If it don't, call Ralph.
Let me see. I think my battery's about to die.
I
don't know. I don't know where I put my charger either. So. No.
Oh, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get my Christmas gift in the other room and show it.
Okay, that's fine. While he does that, not much been going on around here. Just Christmas at home. Both John and Chris had a couple extra days off. We're just hanging out, doing some stuff. Anyway, a lot of people have asked me for if we have any Turkish recipes. If Isla has any Turkish recipes that she can share. Well, she has a bunch of them, but the only problem is they're written in Turkish, so it doesn't do much good. So I asked her if there was a good YouTube site of somebody that does Turkish food in English. So we came up with this. So this lady right here is really, really good. She is Turkish. She does all of her recipes in English. So they have, cup imperial measurement in it, not metric. She does these in Turkish also. But I thought I would show this. I sent Eddie the link so he can post it in chat. Back. Hey,
I'm
Eddie,
back.
Eddie, I sent you a link in private chat for this
Okay.
website I got up. A lot of people have asked us if we have Turkish recipes, and we do, but they're all in Turkish.
Oh.
So
Well, that ain't going to help me.
I know. So we found she's had this website for a long time, and this lady's she's kind of famous. She has a cooking school in the whole 9 yards, but she does all of these recipes in English and with imperial measurement, not Turkish. So, or not Turkish, not.
Wait, did I just posted that back in private?
Wrong. Anyway, I just thought I'd throw this up here real quick before we do some other stuff. Really, really good stuff. One of the things that we brought to the meetup last year was called Kisser. It's Kisir. And everybody said they really liked it. She's got a really good recipe on here with 2 or 3 different variations and stuff. So if you guys want to grab that out of chat, did you get it in chat? I don't have chat pulled up.
Yeah, I put it in chat and I pinned it on my channel. Can't pin it on yours.
Okay, that's cool. That'll work. So anyway, if anybody's interested.
I loved.
No, I'm not sure if the beet salad she brought, if that's Turkish or not. I can't remember. But I know the kisser that she brought, that's obviously Turkish. And I think she brought potato salad too. I can't remember. Turkish potato salad. But this lady has all of these recipes plus all kinds of good stuff. Let me pop that up real quick again.
I love that stuff your wife brought to the meetup. I even took home leftovers.
That's fine. So you can see she has all kinds of stuff. There's a recipe for doner kebab, Turkish salads. There is a kisser recipe in here, and she does more than just give you the recipe. She tells you all about the ingredients and everything else. Sometimes you kind of have to get through some of that, but
now
it's really good to know, especially if you're working with food that you don't know or don't understand.
Yeah, let me ask you this: the ingredients and stuff. Do you have? Is it available at Walmart, or do you have to go to a Turkish store to buy the ingredients?
You can probably find most of this stuff probably in HEB because I've never been in an HEB, but they're a large grocery store, so they have an international food section in there. There's nothing in here that's just absolutely crazy. Okay, there may be a couple things in some of these recipes, but the only thing that's in Kisser that we would consider not normal for ourselves is called bulgur wheat. And like I said, you can find that in pretty much any of the stores. And
well, I kiss her all the time, and sometimes she don't want me being vulgar, but you know. Well, Jamie like pushes me away, kind of like Gary's wife Tammy did, you know.
Yeah, I get that too. So. Go away. I'll say this really quick. There's an old song that's got a line in it about my girlfriend used to have one red eye and one green eye, and she used to be blinking at me all the time. Stop, go, stop, go. So, anyway, enough silliness. Anyway, I just thought I'd throw that up there for all the people who are looking for something like that.
This is what I got, and I've been wanting a new one for a while, and they hid it from me very well because I didn't know anything about it. Even when Amazon got here today and Jamie went and got Amazon or whatever, and then she brought it in and then she handed it to me. That's when I first found out. And it is a new graphics card for my gaming and my monitors and everything else. I've had several issues with the graphics card, so I've been wanting to upgrade it. And the bad thing is it only came like maybe an hour before my live or something. So I didn't have time to put it in, unhook all my computer and put it in and everything else. So I'm extremely happy with the graphics card. And I want to say thank you because I love it. I mean, other than like a new car or something or $1 million, I mean, that made my Christmas.
You have other people there to thank besides me. It was a group effort. I'll put it that way. But no, I know you needed something badly, so you're pushing what you have.
Yep. And I can't wait till I can put it in.
Shouldn't be too bad. Just, I don't know how accessible your computer is, but.
No, it's down here. It's in a little cubby, which I don't like it in a cubby. I wished it was out in the open. So, because right now I leave the door open because if I don't, it overheats. Yeah, that's and so the door's wedged open and it's in the cubby. But I asked Andrew, I said, hey, why don't you redo this stuff, and leave it out in the open? But I got to unplug everything. So because I'm doing this, I'll probably redo all the wires that are everywhere and try to get
opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect opportunity for me to redo this whole area kind of as much as I can. Because, if I didn't have a bed here in this room that some people come and use, I'd get rid of the bed where I'd have more room. But somebody don't want me, obviously, to have my own studio because they think they got to sleep here, Gary.
Need to build him a little bunk bed up above every.
I've actually thought about that. I've actually thought about that and talked to Jamie. I'm like, can't we get rid of this full-size bed and put bunk beds there and have Gary and Tammy sleep in bunk beds? She wouldn't go for that.
Wake up in the middle of the night with Gary halfway through the floor.
Well, hopefully he would have sleeping on the top. No, the top. I want Gary to bump his head. Maybe I'll knock some sense into him.
Who knows? Anyway.
He said, hey, I offered to get a hotel room the very first time I came down. Okay, Gary, I'll take you up on that now. Stay in a hotel.
forcing. I don't have a bed for you now. Too bad.
Tammy may be mad at you now, though, that you said that. Hoorah, Steven. Bat. Dez. Who else we got in here that came in? Sorry if I missed you, Shawnee. Demoose. Oh, I already said Demoose. Well, I'll say it again. Demoose. Think I got everybody.
Yeah, welcome in everybody that I say hello to already. So, what we're going to talk about tonight is a couple of things, depending on how much time we have. So, the first thing in DaVinci Resolve, there was a couple of lives back where right at the end, somebody had mentioned something about doing collages in DaVinci Resolve. And, you know, you can put as many videos wherever you want, lining them up sometimes, you know, resizing them, putting them wherever you want. Grouping them together and getting them all lined up can be problematic at times. So that's not what I want. That's what I want. There is, in effect, this is in the free version and in the studio version, so this applies to everybody. There is a collage effect. And what it does is it'll let you set a grid on your screen that has however you set the grid, say a 3x2. That's what I'm going to work with tonight.
Sorry, Ed at Whistle Stop Homestead. I missed you.
Oh, no.
He had to bring it up. He said, you didn't say hi to me. So I had to. Hey, Terry.
Anyway, what do we got? Okay, so here we are in DaVinci Resolve, and this is a finish. This is what it's going to look like when it's finished. So we got an audio track down here. I think you'll be able to hear this. And then I have a gradient. It works better if I get over here on the screen. An audio track. Then I have just something I'm going to use as a background that's just a gradient line, and that's actually an effect from over here too. So if I look for gradient lines, that's what that is right there. I just pull that over and I changed the color on it and just pulled it out to however long I wanted it. This is about 20 seconds long. And then I've got these videos up here. This is a timer. I'm going to do something a little bit different with this one. But anyway, so I will play this. This is what it's going to do.
We didn't hear the sound.
Okay. Doesn't matter. The sound's got really nothing to do.
Okay.
to do with it.
Well, you said I think you can hear the sound, so I was just letting you know.
I wasn't sure. That's fine. Should have been able to. I don't know why. Anyway, doesn't matter. So you could take each one of these video tracks and resize it and try to line it up and get it all nice and neat and everything, but it would take a long time. It'd be very tedious. So what I'm going to do is show you how I built that. So come over here. Okay, so this is the same thing, just with no effects on it whatsoever. So what you're seeing is that very top video because it's on top. It's just a blue screen at the very beginning. So what I'm going to do is come over here. You saw me do this before. Click on all folders. That way it doesn't matter what you've got selected over here. It'll search through all of these for it. If you have just this current folder clicked, it'll just do it in that one that you have selected. So this is actually called Collage, Video Collage. So there's actually two parts of this. One is creating the background and one is creating each of those 6 tiles. So like I said, I'm going to use this one as my background. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag this over here. I'm going to drop it on here. Can't really see much. So up here in effects, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, I want to leave this a background, and this is going to be how you set up your grid. Actually, let me go turn all of these off so we can see what's going on. In DaVinci, if you highlight a video clip, so it's got the red box, and you hit D on your keyboard, it just turns off the display. So when I drop that effect on there, it just defaults to a 2x2 grid. And you can change that to whatever you want. You make them really small. We're going to go with a 3x2 for this. So I've got 6 videos. So I'm going to put a video in each one of these boxes here. There's a whole bunch of different controls here. You can stagger them this way. You can stagger them that way.
That's freaking cool.
Yeah, it works pretty neat. You can change the rounding on all of them. You can actually make them all round if you want to. So it just gives you just a grid to work with, makes it easier because they're all nice and lined up and everything. And for those of you that don't know, if you have these little circles out here to the end, that resets it to the default. It's like if I click on that, it'll go back to the 2x2. But I don't want you to be 2x2. I want you to be 3x2. And then you can change your margins and all of this stuff down here. It just changes, different layout and stuff. One of those things you just play with. Okay, so I've got my layout. I'm just going to leave this like this. I'm not going to stagger it or anything. So now what I want to do is I want to copy the way I have this set up. If I need to put, what I need to do is on all the 6 tracks that I'm going to put, all the video tracks, the 6 video tracks, I need to put this same effect filter on there. But I don't want to have to go back into each one and set it back to 3x2. And if you had done a whole bunch of, changes in here, you wouldn't want to have to go in on each track and do that. So the way you can just copy the way you set it in this one is highlight it, right click, and just copy it like you were copying the whole track. Now, even though you can't see those, I can still select all these. So I'm just going to select each one. I'm going to right click and I'm going to do paste attributes. So since the only thing I really changed attribute wise on that original track was the plugins, it's already got it selected. So, I mean, if you create a bunch of attributes or you create a bunch of changes on a video track and you want to apply those to everything in there, this is how you can get those over there without having to do it on each track. So since I have those all, I'm going to do plugins. I'm just going to click apply. So now you can see they all have the little FX things telling me that I have the video effect there.
Ed wants to know, is this on the paid version?
This is on both the free and the paid version. And I verified that by working on the PC behind me that has the free version on it. I built this exact same thing over there too. So now we're going to go, we have the effect on all of them. Now we have to go create the tiles. Let me show you one thing on here first. This right here, this use alpha. If you leave that turned on, your blocks will be alpha. They'll be transparent. If you want the background to cover that area, you turn that off. So you saw when on the finished, when you saw all of the videos kind of moved in from different directions, if I left this turned on, you would see this blank square right here as those were moving in. So on this one, I'm going to turn this off. Notice, don't turn it off before you copy it, because if you have this turned off on your video tracks, it's going to layer them on top of everything because it's not putting them in the hole, so in the spot for it. So I'm going to turn that off there. Now, so here I'm going to go to my effects. Now I've done my background. What I want to do now is create a tile. Okay. And I want to click tile, and I want this to be tile 1. And it helps if you turn it on. So I got these all turned off, or they would be layering on top of each other and you wouldn't really be seeing what's going on. But I had it, since it's not gray anymore and it's in the block where I want it. So we'll get them all where we want first. So here, so if I turn that one, now he's all in the background. But now, same thing. I want to do create tile. And I'm going to put him in tile 3 because I want to do something different in tile 2. And then I just go through each one and do that exact thing. 4. 5. Oops. It's one thing that you'll forget to do a lot is to forget to change that one to create tile, just like I did right there. 6. Now, this one I'm going to put in 2, because if you remember, the countdown was in the middle. So now I have them all in there, but I don't have them moving or anything yet. So if I play this, which if that's all you want, that's cool. That works. So let's think about a use case scenario for this. Let's say you're doing an intro for a cooking channel. You could have pictures of your food fly in each one of these blocks. Just simple example. If you're doing a camping video, you could have different little short clips. You could cut little short clips out and just put them in each one of these from your video, actually little like previews in each one of these little blocks. Again, it's up to your imagination how you want to do this. Okay, so how did I get all this stuff to move in and out? Okay. So to get this stuff to move in and out, what you do is you come down here to tile animation and you change this to, you can do whatever you want on these, intro, outro. I did, oops. Yeah, intro and outro. And you have a couple different things you can do here. Let's see, that's the top, that one I had. I don't remember what I did with these. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We will have you fly in. And I think that's right. Let's see. Nope, I want him fly in left. So he'll come in from the left. And you saw it don't take forever and ever to show you how I built every one of these. I just went through and just on each one, I just selected what tile animation I wanted. So actually I don't remember which ones I had to do what. But anyway, this is the one that I did differently. So I'll pick that one and I'll show you how I did him. I went up to here on custom size and shape. And I did custom size and shape, and I made him round. So he was round, and then on the tile animation, I changed him to intro only, and I had him fade. So since he's counting down, and we'll kind of stay there until the end while the others disappear on the other one that I made. So anyway, going through and setting all those different directions and everything, you come out with this. They fly in, they all fly out. So that bottom center one, that was shrink. So that would have been this one. So if you look at the animation on him, his intro and outro would just shrink. And you can change how long it lasts at the beginning and end. So right now this is a 60 FPS video, so that's 60 frames, so it's 1 second. And there's a slight delay of when it actually starts. That's basically how you do it. It's one of those controls that you kind of have to go in and play around with. And then again, you can come in and change all of this. You can add drop shadows to each of your tiles. And again, one of those controls that you can have a lot of fun with. That's about it. I have not been watching comments if anybody's had any questions. Like I said, this is good for the free version. Good in the paid version, obviously. That's how it works. So I just to look at the rest of these since I've already got them set up. This was fly down. That's this one. This one is fly left. The Jeep is fly right, and so forth. And like I said, I'll just play that through one more time, just for fun. Anyway, that's what it looks like, and that's how you do it. It's a little tedious, but not too bad. All right, I've lost control of the screen over here. Anybody got any questions on how to do that?
I don't see any questions about that. Madwood Barbecue is saying to Gary, though, I'm trying to figure out OBS.
What about OBS are you trying to figure out?
And Quentin Nelson's here. Hoorah, BFW.
Quint. Okay. So that didn't take me as long as I thought it was going to. That's one of those effects that you can go in and spend a lot of time playing with, seeing what different things do to what the different animations do to it, and what the different stylings you can change. You can put borders around it, all kinds of stuff. So
Terry says he knows nothing about it. Well, what are you trying to do with it, Terry? What are you trying to use OBS for?
Yeah, what's your goal? What you trying to do?
Excuse me. we got to know what he wants to do with it before we cover basics. I mean, does he, for one thing, does he have a green screen already? Because you can't really use a filter and chroma key unless you have a green screen or a solid background. Yeah, Gary taught me something that I didn't know, but and he was trying to argue with me about it, and I'm like, Gary, because he's like, you can use any color, it don't have to be green or blue or whatever, you can use any color, and I'm like, okay. And that's all I did. That's all I said is okay. Because I didn't know whether you could or couldn't, so I didn't want to argue. And then he started arguing with me. He's like, no, seriously, you can. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm not saying you can or you can't. And then later on, I looked it up, and yeah, you can use any color, if my wall was painted a solid red color, I could use red as a green screen. Well, so-called green screen. It's, chroma key. Okay. Or if it was all purple, I could use purple as, whatever. You can use any color. There's custom colors and stuff. Yes, you were, Gary. Hi, Jan. Welcome in, Jan.
Hey, Jan.
You were trying to get me to say, no, you can't. You can only use green or blue. And I wouldn't do it because I didn't know. And then I researched it, and I'm like, yeah, Gary, you're right. You can use any color for a green screen or chroma key or whatever.
You just got to remember that whatever color you use, it's going to take it out of wherever. It doesn't care.
He keeps saying I wasn't arguing. Yeah, if you have a purple wall and use purple as your chroma key, it's going to remove the purple to it's going to delete your wall too. Well, if you're wearing a purple shirt, it's going to delete your shirt too. It's not going to delete it to where you're like naked. It's just going to make it to the way I said it. It's going to delete your shirt, so you're showing it's just going to delete you.
Boy, that would be dangerous, huh? There'd be a whole lot of people getting banned every day from YouTube and every other streaming platform to, oops, green pants, oops. Green pants and commando, oops.
What did Jamie say? She said, tell him, Double Dogs. Well, tell him what? I don't see where she said anything. She said, hi, Jan. I'm trying to see. Gary, argue no way. Okay. That's what he was saying. Tell him, Double Dogs Keeper.
That's funny.
Tim said, I remember introducing plaid into the discussion.
Okay. So
I didn't see what Terry said. If he said what he was trying to do yet.
He didn't. Gary just
wait, right here. Yeah, he did. He said make a hold on. Okay, he said make a loading screen intro and outro for my gaming. Okay. The loading screen. Okay. So, what you would have to do is you would have to make your loading screen intro and outro into a video editing software. And then once you made the video editing thing, then you could, depending on what you want to do with it.
Yeah. You can build stuff in OBS. So just, again, depending on what you want to do with that opening scene.
Yeah. Depending on what you wanted to do with the opening intro or outro. I mean, if you just wanted a picture to come in and say something, words on it or something like that, or a video, you can add video. It depends on what you want to do, Terry. You'd have to tell us what you wanted to do, and then we could tell you how to do it or whatever. But if you wanted to make like a video intro or something that you didn't have a video for already, you would have to make the video, and then you could do it as a file or whatever. But it all depends on what you want to do, Terry.
Let's just say in OBS, let's just say if you wanted to do something simple, like have a background picture or a background image, if you wanted to have some text come up on screen, and then you can actually build the timers in OBS and have them come up on screen. If that's all you really wanted on there, you can build that stuff in a scene that you call intro in OBS. And then when you started your stream, you would just, I don't know if you're planning, again, I don't know if you're planning on just using OBS, if you're planning on using OBS like we use it just as a camera source and coming into something else. There's a lot of factors that go into how you build stuff depending on how you're going to stream and everything.
You can do that by doing a lower thirds, Terry. He said, I think I wanted to repeat like and subscribe across the bottom.
Yep, that can be done with the lower thirds. And that, I mean, that if you're
let me show you.
If you're
Okay.
if you're using OBS just as your camera, then anything that you put in OBS is going to come out on the screen. So if you build a lower thirds, what we're talking about, into OBS, then it'll be on your video feed. Because like I said, when you use OBS as just a camera like we're using it, when you turn on the virtual camera, all you're doing is outputting all of the video and all of the pieces and parts out of OBS as a camera feed, not as a streaming feed. There's so many different ways to do this. It's what makes it really is what makes it complicated. If there was just one or two different ways to do this and how you do all this stuff, it would be really easy. But there is a billion ways to do all of this stuff. You can actually take your output of OBS and bring it in as an RTMP feed to something else if it will accept it. And you get all your audio and everything else right out of OBS. So it just depends on how you want to do all this stuff and what you're trying to do. But yeah, a lower third, and you can set them up to do and say whatever you pretty much want. And you set up the timing on it. You set up the timing as how long you want it to stay on the screen, how long you want it to stay off of the screen. And there's one more timing setting I can't remember right off the top of my head. And you can have them come in from ever. They come in as a browser source, I believe. Again, the things you can do with OBS, depending on how many plugins you want to use and everything else, is pretty unlimited. What are you looking for, your lower third?
Yeah, I have it right here. Well, I did have it. Uh-oh, where'd I put it?
I've got some somewhere, but I don't know where they are right now either.
I had it, but they were on. It just wasn't on this screen or something.
You probably don't have the source.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, okay. Let me see. How do I pull it in?
Man, I haven't messed with lower thirds in a long time.
Yeah, I haven't either. It has it on, but maybe it's on a different thing. Man, maybe. Nope, not that. Not that.
I know it. I know it's not in this. I don't even know if I have a scene on this PC that has it in it. No, I don't. I know I don't. He's on one of my other
view.
PCs.
Let me look real quick. Lower third. It's checked. It's a dock. Okay.
I never reinstalled that back on this PC. That's pretty bad. Shows you how long it's been since I used it. I believe it comes in as a browser source.
As a browser source? Okay.
I believe, but you got to have this. You got to have the source probably from the dock. I can't remember. Terrible.
Well, the dock's there. Let's see, browser.
Like I said, I don't even.
Lower thirds. Hold on. Add existing lower thirds. Okay, there we go. Got it. See, join the dog pound.
Oh yeah.
If you like my content, please help support it at PayPal. That's 2 of them, and you'll see the other ones. You'll see the other ones come up too.
They slide in and slide out just like it did just there, and he's not doing anything to make them do that. Nope. They're all on timers.
And then please hit the thumbs up.
And these are completely customizable. You can have them say anything you want.
You can move them anywhere on the screen.
Put them anywhere on the screen because it's a browser source. So, again, there's tons and tons and tons and tons of stuff you can do with OBS. But yes, what you want to be able to do, you can create, and this is what a lot of people do with OBS, and this is actually what Eddie's done with EVMux with his screens and stuff. His intro, the intro video you see is actually a scene in here. So you basically do the same thing in OBS. You create a scene. So, okay. You create a scene called intro, and it's got your intro, your countdown, or whatever. And then you create a scene that has your camera feed or whatever, you know, your lower thirds, all your graphics, your camera feed, and all that stuff in it. And then you might create a screen that's like an intermission or a be right back screen that would just be a graphic and that on it. Be right back. You may play some music behind it or whatever. And then you might have an ending screen that says, you know, thanks for watching the stream. See you next time. And it, you know, has graphics and the text on it says thank you or whatever. That's how you build up your scenes to do a live stream. If you want to have an intro scene, a break scene, intermission scene, be right back scene, whatever you want to call it, and then an ending scene. And in the middle, you have a scene built that is like the scene you're seeing right now with us. This scene you're seeing right here with us is built in
OBS.
Well, it's this one is.
Oh, this one. Okay.
This one is built in EVMux, the scene you're seeing. Each of our screens, each of our pictures is a video feed, is an OBS video feed. So
yeah,
we've combined it.
Like my Texas, this, and the lower thirds and the stars, that's all in OBS.
Right.
Okay.
That's my slideshow background and stuff. That's all in OBS, and we're just sending that out as a camera feed with the virtual camera.
The Christmas scene right here is in EVMux.
Right. The chat highlight is from EVMux and all of that stuff. So we're kind of combining the two. But what we are not doing is we are not sending a streaming feed from OBS to EVMux. We are just using the OBS virtual camera as our camera. But in doing that, we're able to leverage all the cool stuff that's in OBS.
Good luck, Tim.
Yep. Good luck, Tim. So that's basically kind of OBS without just absolutely just getting in and showing you, and which will take up a lot of time. Maybe we'll just do that next time. Or again, if you want to get together with me, send me an email. We'll find a time to get together and I'll show you how to do it. It's once you do it a few times, it's like, oh, this isn't really that hard. It's, you know, part of it's learning the software. The other part's figuring out how to, you know, do what you want to be able to do. But to do basic stuff is really, really not that hard.
Yeah.
And, you know, OBS is one of those things that you can get as deep as into it as you want to, or you can keep it as simple as you want to. I like it because I can do extra stuff. I can do my I can do my slideshows in EVMux too. EVMux has a lot of the same features that OBS has. So I think it processes the green screen better than a lot of other things do.
Yep.
I mean, I do have a real green screen and good lights, which helps. But I think it does a better job of processing the green screen. You have better control over it, you have real fine control over it if you want to get crazy with it.
Terry, if you're doing gaming as well, let me show you something, okay? This is, I'm going to start my game up real quick, and I'm going to show you, like, in OBS, if I switched my camera to my gaming scene, Devil Dog Gaming. You can see right here is my computer, and down here in the corner is me. And as soon as this game starts up, start it. There we go. There, my game's starting up now, and you can see my game starting up. Now, a lot of green screens, because this black right here is green screen, but a lot of it has to do with lighting as well. If your lighting's not right, you do have some controls on there, but if your lighting's not right, you may have some issues there. So
it doesn't have to be super bright lighting. What it needs to be is consistent lighting across the whole, as consistent as you can get it, so that you don't have like a bright green area or whatever color you're using, a bright green area at the top and dark at the bottom. That's what I have a problem with here. Is I have an extra light on the floor on this corner that shines on that green screen, because that corner of the green screen is kind of in a dark corner because it gets some shadow because of where my chair is and the other lights in here. Not so bad at night, but during the day it's really bad.
Now, if you're doing gaming, you can see me here at the bottom of the corner, and a lot of gamers do this, okay? This is OBS with my game and my camera. Now, if I'm streaming, they can see me here, but if you notice, the game's all around me because of my green screen, okay? If I was to turn off my chroma key, you'll see what I'm talking about here. There.
See him in a little block.
You see?
Some people like that too. So it doesn't matter what you like.
Or you could even do a red filter behind. Hold on, because there's different filters in OBS. So I can add a filter, color key. Wait, is that? Hold on. Let's see. I think it's color key. It's been a while since I've done this. Red.
And there's only two sources in this scene for OBS. One is his camera, and the other is the gameplay, which is a game capture or a display capture or game capture. It just depends on how you want to set it up.
I wasn't.
So it's not like you got to do a ton of stuff to get this in here.
Trying to remember which one it was.
Yeah, Ed says he's looking for a green screen now. You don't have to get crazy with spending a lot of money on a green screen. You can buy a green sheet.
Yep.
It doesn't need to be something fancy. I mean, while I have a regular green, a real green screen, it's nothing spectacular. It's like an old projector screen is what it is. It pulls down out of the ceiling. But if anybody remembers the old projector screens, that's exactly what it looks like. And I like it because I'm in my basement, so I just have rafters above me. So it's just screwed into the rafters above me. I just pull it down. It's very convenient. I get completely out of my way. But again, Eddie's I think he's just got a sheet up there. It doesn't again, if you can get it to be a solid green, a brighter green is better. And the reason that it's called green screen because people used that bright green, fluorescent green color because it wasn't seen much. It's not a color you see in nature a lot. It's a pretty rare color as far as how, of it being used. That's why people don't use like blue, because if you did blue, my shirt would be gone. Everything that was blue would be gone. So that's why they use that real bright green. It just is a color that doesn't pop up a lot,
Let me show you this. Let me exit this game. I hope I showed you what I was trying, or what, if you're doing games and stuff, that's kind of cool. Because you can be on screen And you can size yourself different as well in OBS. But if you see this color green right here, and this is a sheet, it's two different color greens. Okay. And so it's not going to be quite, hold on. It's not going to be quite as good because one's a different color green. And this is just a sheet right here. But if I use this sheet, I'd want to reset the color, but because my green screen back here, now this shirt right here is the same green as my sheet basically, and that works a lot better. So let me put my chroma key back on real quick. And you'll see what I do. Crap. I changed it to red. Let me change it back to green. Cancel.
That's a unique view. I heard somebody laughing in the background.
Yeah, that's Jamie in the other room. Okay. Now, the green screen behind me, now you can see this color green is not, it doesn't work as well because it's not set up. You can see it's kind of transparent, but this is the green t-shirt right here, and you can tell it works great because it's the same color green as the background.
Same shade.
Yeah, it's the same shade. So you can use either one of them, but you have to be consistent. You can't have two different color greens on the, as a green screen. They would have to be the same color green. Hope that helped you.
Yep. Because maybe next month we'll do an OBS one just because we haven't done that in a while, have we?
Yeah, we haven't done OBS in a while.
Oh, just also, maybe we'll wait because I don't know when. Gary. I don't know when, but OBS is coming out with a big update.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I hope it makes it better.
It's supposed to be a lot of interface improvements, which is what a lot of people have been asking for because the interface is kind of old. It hasn't been updated in a long time.
Quit tripping it even for a moment.
Yeah, well, see, that just by doing something silly like that, you can have a lot of fun with OBS. That's why you play with stuff. You go, oh, that's cool. I'll do that while I'm online. I'll just freak everybody out, or find a reason to have it do that, or whatever. Just again, it's whatever your imagination wants to come up with. But I mean, that was just him changing the chroma key on what he normally had set up from green to red. That's all he did. Yep. And it created that effect. So yeah, sometimes you do stuff by mistake and it's like, oh, that's cool. I like that. What'd I do? What'd I do? So anyway, all right. Now, the next couple things I'm going to talk about are some free software. Ooh, everybody's favorite thing, free software. Okay, the first one is Affinity by Canva. Little history behind this one, little updates. Affinity used to be a company by itself. They created Affinity Serif. They created Affinity. It's a photo editing software and layout for, doing layouts for magazines and stuff like that. They were bought by Canva, and everybody was like, and Affinity was free. Or no, I'm sorry, they were not free. They had a free trial, and then it was $80. There's 3 pieces of the software. It was $80. No, I'm sorry. It was $160 for all 3 of the pieces of software, one-time license. Okay. So it was not a subscription. And then when Canva bought them, everybody was worried. It's like, oh, they're going to change into a subscription model because they were bought by Canva. And it was kind of odd when Canva bought them, because Canva's a photo editing software too, but it's based online, whereas Affinity is a piece of software you download to your computer. It's based on your computer instead of online. So for about a year, it was like, oh, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen. Then a couple months before they actually did the release, you couldn't go download it anymore. You couldn't buy it anymore. It's like disappeared. And everybody's like, oh, no, doom and gloom. So when they finally did release it, it's free forever. Canva will still be what it is, but Affinity is still free. Still free. They combined all 3 of the pieces into one piece of software. Now, I'm only going to show you this a little bit because I have not used it that much, and I really couldn't demo it that much. Eddie's used it a little bit, and I've used it a little bit. This is the website here. It's just Affinity Studio. And this is what you get when you go here. They give you all this good stuff. So if you want to download it, you come over here to Get Affinity. Now, you do have to have a Canva. You do have to sign up for a Canva account to be able to download it. But it's just an account. You're not signing up for Canva. You don't have to give any credit card information. It's just you're signing up for an account like you do pretty much with anything these days. So you sign up. I'll just go to, let's see. It already knows me. So you have Mac and you have Windows. So everybody's included. And then you just download it and you get an install and you go through the install. Now, it is possible to run this without being online. What will happen is when you first start the program, it'll check your license online. But after that, you do not have to be online to use it. Okay, so you kind of have to be online for a minute when you first start it. And I'm not sure if it checks every time. I think it does. It may not. But anyway, like I said, this is photo editing software, graphic editing software, same idea. It's completely free. And this is one of the programs that people switch to from our favorite Adobe products. So this is a very, very good program. Let me start it up. And I'm probably going to be on the wrong screen. Yes. Hang on. Not drop that down yet. So. You didn't move that one. Better resize this. I'm going from a bigger screen to a smaller screen. So this is what you get when you first start. Pretty much your same old thing. You know, this is what I've worked on before. These are some tutorials. These are really good. So if you want to learn how to use it, you can go through these tutorials. So I'll just pull this tiger picture up. And it's just basically like all your other photo editing and graphic editing software. You have your controls over here on this side, and you have I'll say the properties of that control across the top. And it has, you know, all of your basic stuff in it. And it's actually got more than your basic stuff in it. So that's basically what it is. Okay, like I said, I've not played with this enough to really be able to demo it anything. So like text tool, I'm going to do artistic text. So come over here and click, and I'll just start typing. Maybe not. There we go. Just say tiger. It helps if you can type. So just tiger. Same thing. Now I click on him and I'll move it up. You know, basic, same old type drawing software. Again, you just have to go through all of these, figure out what they do and stuff. Like I said, I haven't worked with this enough to be able to really demo it for you. It works with layers just like all the other programs do. So it's pretty much the same idea, but it's very powerful. You can do all kinds of stuff with it. Does have background removable in it and all, all the good stuff that you would normally find in a photo editing, graphic editing software. So up here where I'm on, these are the three pieces, what used to be the three pieces of it that are now combined into this. Vector is where you would normally work on graphics type programs, vector drawings. Pixel is more photo editing, and layout is more geared towards like brochure layouts and stuff like that. So like if you're going to start a new file, you get this panel here where you can pick out what you're doing. Like these are just regular page sizes, legal, letter, A5, all that good stuff. These are different types of page sizes, different photo sizes, canvases, web and video. So there's like 720p, there's 1080, there's 1440. 1440 is the same as 2K, it's the same. And then you have your 4K, 3480 by 2160. So you can kind of pick what you're going to work with and stuff when you first start. And actually, even after you pick one of these, you can come over here and kind of change. If you want to customize something, you can customize it over here. And then you click Create Document, and you go from there. Like I said, really good program. I'm switching from my Corel Draw to this because this is free. My version of Corel Draw that I have it was paid for. I don't have to pay. I don't have to pay to keep using it, but it's just, to me, it's just not it's a good program. It works fine. I've used it for a long time. It's just not real user friendly as far as I'm concerned. But I like this. It works quite easily. And that's this one. Now, so if anybody's interested or looking for a decent free photo graphics editor, I highly suggest this one. Eddie, I know you used it a couple of times. You've had good luck with it too, haven't you?
Yeah, so far.
Yeah, it's not hard to use. I don't think it is. Again, it's just like anything that you swap to, it's going to take time. You're going to have, there'll be a learning curve and stuff. So that's Affinity. It's called Affinity Studio now. Let's see, did I have that site still up there yet? So just
Gary said, I assume you can eliminate the background with it.
Yes, it has background elimination and stuff. Like I said, it does absolutely everything that any photo editing piece of software has ever been able to do, including Adobe. Like I said, a lot of people use this. And a lot of people have use this when they have swapped from Adobe because they don't want to pay for the cost of Adobe. Again, I have nothing against Adobe software other than its subscription, and they just beat you to death price-wise. It works fine. Obviously, it works fine. It's the industry standard for doing everything, unfortunately. So that's Affinity.
Oh, Jamie said that's the program she was using and couldn't remember the name. Oh, thanks.
It's Affinity.
Thanks, Jamie.
Okay, so this last one I'm going to talk about. So like I said, this is very, very highly recommended by a lot of people. And
you recommend it, Jamie?
So far, I like it quite a bit.
I think Jamie likes it because I think that's what she was using for a lot of stuff. But She wouldn't tell me. She was hiding it from me. I had to find out about it from you.
Excuse me. That's bad.
Hey, Bug.
All right, the last thing we're going to look at now. This is beta software, so it's still in testing. Eddie has it, hasn't had any problems with it other than user error. I have it. I haven't had any problems with it other than user error. Jerry had it. He was having a problem with his mic on his webcam. Now, we're not sure if that's a wavelength problem, because when we finally uninstalled it, his mic problems went away. So I don't know if it could be a driver problem with his webcam, could be a problem with wavelength, whatever. Again, this is beta software, so they know that there are going to be problems with it. We have not installed it on Jerry's PC again since he got his new stuff, so I don't know if he wants to or not. That's up to him. But what this is, it's audio mixing software, and it's from Elgato. So this is not just some fly-by-the-night company we're dealing with here. Okay, it's called Wavelink. You used to be able to only get this if you bought a Stream Deck Plus or a Wave XLR, which is their audio interface for XLR microphones. I think it came with Go XLR. I'm not sure. They don't make those anymore. Or any of the mics that they make. And that includes even the older ones. But up through Wavelink 2, you had to have a piece of Elgato hardware that supported it. It wasn't free. This new version, this beta version, this is going to be free for everyone. Wavelink 2 worked really well. It was a little confusing, a little hard to get set up right. What they've done with the interface on this is really good. Now, again, I'm going to keep emphasizing that this is beta software. So if you want to download it and check it out and try it, by all means do it. If you're looking for some audio mixing software, audio routing software, this works really well, and it's really easy to figure out. So what you have to do is you come to elgato.com and just go to downloads. And this is where you're going to end up. So this is all of their software that works with all of their hardware and stuff. So you come over here to test beta versions. And right now, this is the only thing that they got in beta. And I believe right now it's only for Windows. They are working for a Mac version, of course. All of their other software, actually, does it? No. I don't think they have this for Mac yet. I wanted to say they did, but I guess not. Because ARM64, that's not going to be that. Yeah, that is Mac. Now that I think about it, how's this going to come down? No, no Mac yet. Sorry. Anyway, you just download it, install it. And what you get is, you go through the install. It's going to install two pieces. It's going to install its driver, and it's going to install the software. So there's actually two pieces to it. So what you get after you install it, and we'll let you, Eddie's screen probably looks quite, whoops. That's Stream Deck. That's the wrong one. Okay, this is Wavelength. Everybody's like, oh man, look at all that stuff. When you first install this, if you have an Elgato mic, it will automatically detect your mic and put it in here for you. If you have, like Eddie has a Yeti. So it didn't detect it right away. It'll work with any mic. You don't have to have Elgato hardware for this to work, like I said. So you don't have to have a mic, an Elgato mic. But if you do, it'll automatically put it in here for you. If not, then you have to add it. So when you first put this in, you're not going to have anything here at all. This is going to be completely blank except for the personal mix and the stream mix. And this will have your speakers or what you normally have set to be your default device to go listen to either your speakers or your headphones, basically. So what you're going to do, the first thing you do in here is one of two things. You can either add your system first or you can add your microphone first. I would prefer myself, I would want my microphone on top, so I would add it first. So you just create channel. It's going to find some things. You can show more, and you can come down here until you find your microphone. And it's just going to say microphone, whatever, probably for you guys. I have so many different microphones. So you just pick your mic.
And everything's in alphabetical order.
Right. So you just pick it here, and then the next one, I want my system. Okay, so here I'm going to pick an empty channel and just say system. So if I just put my mic and my system, my microphone is going to come into my mic channel, which let's just say this is your mic, this is my mic here, and every other sound is going to come into this system channel. None of this other stuff will be here. Okay, so all of your sounds are coming into system, all your mic sounds are coming in through your mic channel. Whatever you have turned on over here is what's going to go out here. So basically what this is, you have inputs coming in here. So my system, like I have browser, music, blah, blah, blah. So all of my system sounds are coming out of my system into Wavelink here. And if I have them turned on here, they go out to this. Okay, so in and out, basically. Just quickly on how sound works with PCs, super high level. A program outputs a sound, your speakers are inputted from that sound. So you may think that while you're listening to something over your speakers, that it's a one-way thing. It's not. It's actually an output from one and an input to the other. So that's basically what you have here. So have all your programs or your system coming into Wavelink, and then it is routing them by what you have turned on here out these two mixes here. When you first install this one is going to be called Chat Mix. I changed it to Stream Mix because that's kind of a holdover from Wavelink 2. So you can leave it whatever. You can change the name to whatever you want. So these two outputs, personal mix is what you hear. Stream mix, and this is why I changed it to stream mix. Stream mix is what I have going out to EV Mux. So if you notice, I have my microphone turned off to myself. I don't want to hear my microphone back through my headphones. I can hear myself speaking. I don't need to hear myself twice. That hearing me first one time is bad enough. So I have it turned off so I don't have to listen to it. But it is going out to you guys, and I can change the volume on it. I can mute it. So like if I... So now I unmuted it. I'm back. And that's basically how this works. It's in and out. It makes this really simple. None of this other software shows you this nice... This is basically just a grid. If you've ever worked with a spreadsheet or any kind of a grid, if anybody's worked with any type of a grid of turning things on and off, that's what this is. If anybody's ever watched or knows how an old switchboard worked, it's exactly what this is. It's a punch board. So it just makes it really simple to see what you have set up coming in and what you have set up going out. Now, the reason Jerry wanted to use this was with his Stream Deck and playing sounds directly on his Stream Deck. That was a system sound, and that doesn't come out if you just put your microphone into EV Mux. So when on my EV Mux, on my input, my audio input, I select this Stream Mix, not my microphone. So that sends all of these sounds out my Stream Mix to EV Mux. That's why I thought you guys should have been able to hear the audio on that video I was doing on that DaVinci Resolve. Not sure why that didn't go out. That may be a setting in DaVinci Resolve I need to set. I did not check that before we did this. So what I did here, and this is the way Eddie has his set up too, for the most part. If you notice, I have system here. So everything that I don't have defined here goes out through system. So these, I created a channel that has my browsers in it. I have Edge and I have Chrome. So I just went down and found those. And I created that channel that has those two in it. So anytime I have Chrome up and playing whatever, it's coming through this channel. So I could mute just my browser and still get all my system sound going out to the stream. This is how you use these audio mixers. So here I have in my music channel, I VLC and Media Monkey. I use Media Monkey for music. It's really cool the way it looks. Game I have here. Now this is where Eddie and I run game sounds. So this is where we have our games. So you can either assign the game in here. So like this Cardinal, I don't know why this is listed as Cardinal. This is Age of Empires, one of the Age of Empires 4. I set that here because in the game itself, I can't point it to come to this channel. But in Call of Duty, I have it set to go in the game. I have it set for the game sounds to come to this channel on my computer, because this actually creates this game channel on your computer. So there's a couple different ways to set these, especially with games. You can either set it through the game itself by its audio settings, or you can set it through here by what program is running. The program has to be running for Wavelength to be able to see it. This voice chat channel, and this is a really good one, and this is why a lot of people like to use audio routing or mixing. This voice chat, in Call of Duty, we have this voice chat channel for our voice chat in Call of Duty. So that when people are chatting in the background in Call of Duty, I can hear them, Eddie could hear them, but if I was streaming, they would not go out to the stream. So everybody knows in Call of Duty, depending on who you're playing with, a lot of bad language used and stuff, and you may not want that going out to the stream. You want your game sounds going out to the stream, but you don't want your chat going out to the stream. Now, if you know you're with a bunch of guys and you want to keep it clean and everything, then fine. You don't want YouTube getting on you because somebody said something wrong because they got fragged or whatever. So you might want to do that for protection. If I did want them to, I would just turn that on, and now the voice chat would be going. I would hear it, and it would be going out to the stream. So this just lets you mix it. Okay, voice mod. Voice mod adds another little complication in here. I have a voice mod channel. I don't have voice mod on right now, but if I did, I would have to not mute the whole mic up here. I would have to mute it here on both of these if I had voice mod on, because my mic is going into voice mod and it's on down here. So if I have voice mod on and I have my microphone on, you guys would be hearing me twice. And this is what Eddie was having problems with when we first put this in, because he didn't get that he needed to turn this one off too, or not turn off, but just mute it while he was using voice mod. He uses voice mod all the time. So he just leaves these muted, still leaves his microphone available to be able to use in other programs. But then he uses this as his main microphone. But that lets him select whatever he wants. That way he can play all his sounds through, if you use voice mod a lot, this is really nice. So it allows you to create mixes and everything. Now you notice I have an extra output up here that I created. On the mics, you can download these VST effects. And they normally, by default, are not applied. So you notice I don't have any effects on any of these right here. So if you wanted to use those and you wanted to be able to use those effects on your microphone as just a microphone, you would need to add them, and you would just add this output channel here. That way I can choose my mic that has all the effects on it as an input on other programs. So if I wanted to just use my mic in EV Mux with just these effects on it, I would choose this as my input, the Elgato Wave FX. That allows me to use my microphone just as a microphone with the effects. The effects are not put on the microphone, I'll say, before they go out, unless you apply them, unless you put them on here. And I think you can do 8 channels here and 5 outputs here. The advantages up here, you may want to create a mix for certain things, like like if you wanted to do a certain mix for, let's say, gaming or something like that, you could create a mix over here that you could just use for gaming or whatever you wanted it to be output for. But that's how audio mixing, audio routing software works. Again, this works really well. It's really easy to understand once you get this, like, oh, this is in, that's out, and all I got to do is turn it on here and either mute it or turn it up, turn it down, or just get rid of it completely or add it back. Like this one, if I knew I was never going to put this here, I could completely get rid of it and it wouldn't even need to be here. But I might want to hear myself at some point in time, so I'll leave it there. That's how this works. Again, this is going to be, it's free now. It's going to be free when they publicly release it. Again, if you want to use this and see what it'll do for you, by all means do it. Just remember that you are using beta software. I know I keep emphasizing that, but I want to. That this is beta software, it's test software. If you use it and you have problems with it, by all means, send them an email. There's even a feedback right here on it. Share your feedback. If you have problems with it, click on that, send them an email. That's what beta software is all about. They release it to the public. It's a public beta release so that people can play with it and see what works in real life, because again, there's no way that they could test on every type of PC configuration that could be made. So try it out, see if it helps you with trying to get sound where you want it to go. It works really well for me when I want it to, which is all the time. I mean, I have it up all the time. It runs all the time. And again, it's from Elgato, so it's not from some fly-by-night company. It's a well-known, well-respected company. Don't know what their reason is for letting it be free, other than it's something that everybody really needs. And the ones that are out there work really well, but they are not user-friendly. I would show you Wavelength 2, but you can't have them both running on the same PC. But Eddie used Wavelength 2 also before, and I know he had a little bit of trouble with it, but this is just so much easier to figure out what it's doing just by the way it's laid out. If you can't tell, I really like this piece of software. Anyway, I'm done.
Okay. Well, this is like this is like I'm not going to play a lot because get a strike, but this is my Spotify. Okay, right now I'm playing Spotify. Y'all can't hear it, but I'm listening to it. But if I just click this, you should be able to hear it. Now you should be able to hear it. Can y'all hear it? Nope. Hold on a minute. Let me turn it up. Can't hear it?
Nope.
Should be. It's going to me and to stream. Oh, wait. That's why. Because the microphone. Hold on a minute. I got to change this to...
Oh, you got your mic. You got your input.
Yeah.
It must be your mic, not stream.
Yep.
Yeah, not the stream. Now we got it. It's low, but we got it. Yep, we had it.
But yeah, that's a Spotify one that I added to it.
Yeah. So again,
Oh yeah. Okay, it's time. It's 8:30.
He can listen to Spotify while he's gaming, and the guys on the other end can't hear it. So, and that's what a lot of other people use for this type of routing too. So anyway, yeah, we're bumping up to our time.
All right, guys, we're over time. It's 8:31. I'd like to thank you. Stay right where you are. The redirect set up to Two Guys Give Clues. Jerry and Gary is starting that right now. So we are glad that you joined us. If you have any questions, contact me or Ralph. Our emails are on our pages. And until next time, Semper Fi. You got anything to say, Ralph?
Nope. Everybody have a good week. Stay safe. Have fun.